Good Tuesday evening. Welcome to BCP Live. Hi, I'm Joey McWilliams. On this Tuesday, November 8th, 2022, we have some election results to give you from around the county and around the state of Oklahoma. We're not going to give national coverage tonight. You know what? There are lots of other places you can get that national coverage. Some places reputable, some places not so much. That's fine. You might notice that I also have my I voted sticker on tonight. You know why? Because I voted. I did indeed. And also tonight, excuse me, it is my election coverage attire. Of course, you're going to get a short sleeve collared shirt just about every time I come on the broadcast. But tonight, it's a purplish color. So not red, not blue. It's the neutral, journalistically sound election coverage shirt tonight. So thanks for watching already. Hey, listen, give me a shout out. Let me know. Say something in the comment section. Let me know from where you're watching. We are going to get right into it with county results right off the bat. So all precincts in Bryan County have reported. So it's past 9 o'clock. Now, one thing you do need to remember is that all of these election results are unofficial. So I can tell you what they are. They're not official. They're the quote-unquote unofficial results. So just to get that through really quickly. Bryan County, let's go to County Commissioner District 1, where there was a race. It was not decided in the primary. District 1, Scott Goad, 3,715 votes. Kevin Carter, 1,201 votes tonight. So 75% of the vote going to Scott Goad, the new county commissioner in District 1. Now, if you look through the Supreme Court district justices, the Court of Civil Appeals justices, all of those, as far as Bryan County is concerned, all of those justices were retained. So it was most of them by a significant margin of 65, 70, 75% on yes to retaining those judges. Here we go. Rock Creek Public Schools, Independent School District, and the proposition, the bond for Rock Creek. 8 of 8 precincts reporting, all of them in. For the proposition, for the bond, 507 votes. Against the bond, 461. So that means just 52.38% for, and that is not 60%. So just wanted to pass that along tonight. So those are our county election results. Again, all results are unofficial. Let's go ahead and look at statewide, as many of the precincts are reporting. Around 86, 87% have come in so far. For governor in the state of Oklahoma, Kevin Stitt currently leading, 545,000 or so votes, 56.3% of the vote. Joy Hoffmeister, 40.9% of the vote. For lieutenant governor, again, around 87% reporting. So this is statewide. These are the numbers that are in right now. For lieutenant governor, Matt Pinnell, 65.7% of the vote. So Pinnell with a large lead there. Attorney General Gentner Drummond, 74.6% of the vote. Linda Steele, 25.4% of the vote, Libertarian. State Treasurer, by the way, does Libertarian have a color? I mean, I'm trying to be in my neutral purple tonight, not red or blue. I don't know if Libertarian has a color. Is it green? Does somebody know? I don't know. Anyway, State Treasurer Todd Russ, 65.7% of the vote. Charles DeCoon, 29.8% of the vote. State Superintendent of Public Instruction. Here we go. This one's a big one. Ryan Walters with 57.5% of the vote. Jenna Nelson with 42.5% of the vote. Commissioner of Labor, Leslie Catherine Osborne, 66.4% of the vote. Big lead there. Corporation Commissioner, it is Kim David with 64.3% of the vote. U.S. Senator, here we go. A couple of U.S. Senators being voted for today. Again, 87% of the precincts reporting in Oklahoma. James Langford with 65.23% of the vote and 87% of the precincts reporting. Madison Horn, 31.1% of the vote. Langford, the Republican candidate, Horn, the Democratic candidate. For the other U.S. Senator, this is the unexpired term. Mark Wayne Mullen, Republican candidate, 62.86% of the vote. Kendra Horn, Democrat candidate, 31.17% of the vote. 2 more candidates also in the running. For U.S. Representative, United States Representative District 2, that is the district in which Bryan County resides, and 80. Oh, wow. Actually, this has 100% of the precincts reporting. 100% of the precincts reporting here in District 2. Josh Brakeen, the Republican candidate, 72.45% of the vote. Naomi Andrews, Democratic candidate, 23.39% of the vote. Bulldog Ben Robinson with 4.16% of the vote. So those are our national races that have a Bryan County feel to them, or actually, well, state races and national races as well. So I want to give a shout out really quickly, and we'll look at this again here in just a moment to see if any more of the precincts report. We will go over these numbers one more time with you here in just a moment. We have one other thing to talk about. Not a long show tonight, but we did feel like it was important to come on and talk to you about these election results, because we try to do this every time, and we want to make sure that you're getting up to the minute reporting. We know that not everything that is in print on the web or in print on paper, is quick enough anymore. So we want to try to get these things in, but we'll get them out in print for you as well. Shout out to the Kiwanis and all the folks who took part in Pancake Day. Pancake Day is a staple in the Patriot household, I have to tell you. It is a big deal. We went, and my family got there a little bit after 6 o'clock. I actually just now got back in and came in here, brushed my teeth, combed my hair, go figure, and got ready to do a broadcast because I knew I was doing this tonight. Stayed there for a while and got to be a part of helping to clean up. But the Kiwanis do a fantastic job. Pancake Day was a huge success. And the numbers that came in, and I did check on this, biggest numbers in at least 3 years. Of course, you have to go back prior to the pandemic, because 20 and 21, maybe not as big numbers, obviously not 20. And there were a lot of to-go things in 2020, which I give all the props in the world to the Kiwanis for doing the pancake supper in 2020. Thankful for all the people for not being beaten down into their homes and that stuff happened. 2021, still getting back into it. Huge numbers. When we got there, again, a little bit after 6 o'clock tonight, the line was out the door at the community building there. And I mean, out the door, off to the right, it may look like left on your monitor, off to the right, I don't know. And it was really, it was long. I mean, it wasn't quite to the street. It was long enough that we had to stand out there and wait. Of course, with daylight saving time having ended, that we're back to standard time again. It was already dark. But my family and I were there. We enjoyed it. We had fun. Lots and lots of pancakes. Those guys do a fantastic job. If you don't take part in Pancake Day every year, I want to encourage you, please do. First off, it's good food. Secondly, it's a great time. I mean, I always get to visit with lots and lots of people there and talk. I get to wear my I voted sticker, which is cool. And I think it makes me look cool. I don't think a lot of things make me look cool, but my I voted sticker, I think, makes me look cool. So that's fun. It's a lot of, and it's for a good cause, because it's the Kiwanis' one main fundraiser of the year. So it is a big deal. I think you ought to go. Now, I want to tell you about one other thing here really quickly before we go back to the election results one more time. We will go back election results here in just a moment. Let me bring this up. Next Tuesday, this is November 15th, next Tuesday, on Evergreen, Triple J Nutrition at 122 West Evergreen. They're hosting a Toys for Tot Fun Fest. Okay, Toys for Tots Fun Fest. And it's going to be at Triple J Nutrition. Other people involved, other businesses involved, including Ellie's Closet, including Ooh La La Glam Studio, including the Durant Fire and Rescue. All for the Toys for Tots, which, if you haven't been a part of this before, you don't know, these are things. This is an opportunity to give toys that are going to be distributed to children who may not get toys this Christmas. It is a fun thing to be a part of. It is a good thing to be a part of. And I want to encourage you to go out to that 4 to 6 p.m. Also, there will be an appearance by Petey the Peanut. That's what I'm hearing. Petey the Peanut's going to make an appearance. This is worth your time. So you need to come out, bring the kids, bring a gift for Toys for Tots. That's cool. We'll talk about this more here on the Patriot, not only on BCP Live, but I had a lot of pancakes tonight. I had too many pancakes tonight. Let's just leave it right there. I had way too many pancakes tonight. Didn't eat as many as Jack Levi. Hey, Jack. Hey, Dottie. But I had too many. But that's part of it. Just going, unlimited pancakes. Are you kidding me? And they're good. Anyway, all right. Toys for Tots Fun Fest. Let's go back over one more time. I want to remind you of these numbers if you're just tuning in, or if you're watching, just picking up on this really, really quickly. Now, 80. Well, let's see if this refreshes. All of the precincts from Bryan County have reported, by the way. So our Bryan County numbers are accurate, though still unofficial, quote unquote. 89% reporting statewide for Governor Kevin Stitt with 56.3% of the vote. Joy Hoffmeister, 40.8% of the vote. Lieutenant Governor Matt Pinnell, 65.8% of the vote. Melinda Lesdella Fard, 30.1% of the vote. For Attorney General Drummond, 74.6% of the vote. Steele, 25.3% of the vote. State Treasurer Todd Russ, 65.7% of the vote. State Superintendent Ryan Walters, 57.6% of the vote. Jenna Nelson, 42.4% of the vote. Commissioner of Labor Leslie Catherine Osborne, 66.4% of the vote. Corporation Commissioner Kim David, 64.3% of the vote. U.S. Senator James Lankford, 65.3% of the vote. U.S. Senator unexpired term Mark Wayne Mullen, 62.9% of the vote. And U.S. Representative District 2 Josh Brakeen. All precincts reporting here for Josh Brakeen, 72.45% of the vote. We go to Bryan County really quickly. And Bryan County Commissioner for District 1 in Bryan County, and Scott Goad, with all precincts reporting, Scott Goad, 75.57% of the vote. Kevin Carter, 24.43% of the vote. And finally, from Rock Creek, the proposition for the Rock Creek Public Schools, 507 votes for, 52.38%, not 60%. 461 against, 47.62 against. So didn't quite make 60% on that tonight for Rock Creek. So we're going to wrap things up here from the Emerald Quest Studio, Studio B. I want to say thanks to everybody for watching tonight. If you're watching this live, thank you very much. I appreciate that. If you're watching this on the replay and you stuck around this long, well, it's not as long as, sticking around for a normal show. This one's not as long tonight, but I'm glad you stuck around as well. Again, in our neutral purple tonight with my I voted sticker. And I actually have two other, on one of my lights over here, I have two other I voted stickers for 2022. So nice little collection this year. I'll put that with those two other ones and say, hey, listen, 3 times this year I've had a chance to vote. 3 times I have taken advantage of it. Glad to get to be a part of it. So hope you voted as well today. Vote your conscience. And it's like I always say around here, take the time, read about things, learn about things, pray about things, and then go vote. So please go do that. All right. Remind you, as I always do, be wise, walk in love, do not walk in fear. And, one last thing. I'm thankful to live in Bryan County because I know that all my votes, all the precincts have reported. All of them reported. We're not looking at things like you're hearing about in Arizona. We're not looking at things that you're going to hear about in Georgia. We're not looking at things in Bryan County that you're hearing about in other parts of the country, where they're telling you in advance that we're not going to find out what really has gone on until 3 or 4 days from now. We don't do that nonsense here. We don't play that way here. We actually get things done in Bryan County, and I believe in this whole state, but in Bryan County in particular, we vote, our people turn them in, they get the job done. We don't, there's none of this nonsense of well, you may not find out till the next day. That's not how we roll in Bryan County. We get it done. So I'm very, very thankful to be a part of what's happening here. I'm thankful for all the people who work hard at those voting polling places and voting establishments, and wherever it is that you voted, be thankful for the people who worked hard and made an effort for you today. In the meantime, thanks for watching. God bless you. Have a great night.